Hey everyone, so today I'm out here with JR and we just finished the American Precision Rifle course that was hosted by Spartan Training Concepts. And real quick, we took a precision rifle class that you were instructing. What is your background when it comes to precision rifle shooting?
So I've spent 8 years in the military. 8 of those years I was a Marine sniper. I've done a ton of instruction, and my last year, a lot of it was pretty much doing working with like the Jungle Warfare Training Center as well. I was the head survival instructor out there, so that's where I'm coming from as far as my expertise. I've been studying and shooting tactical rifle, precision rifle, and competition for about 20 years now.
20 years. A little bit more time doing it than I have. So American Precision Rifle course. People may have a lot of preconceived notions of what those words in conjunction usually mean. How would you describe the curriculum of this course? What is your goal for things that you're going to go over in a class like this?
So what we're trying to get out of this precision class is, we're still going to cover all the fundamentals of rifle shooting. So, your position, how to get stable, and your proper sight alignment and trigger control. So all those things are going to be covered, but what we're really going for is to accurately put the bullet where you want it to go at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. Whether that involves, changing up the factors like, awkward positions, using, being able to utilize the terrain around you to maybe brace yourself on. Another thing is we're going to be utilizing what kind of an offset you have with your optic, mm-hmm. compared to the different distance that you're shooting at. Mm-hmm. So that, maybe you're a little bit closer, you have to hold a little bit higher than the actual target in your scope. We're also going to make you shoot through different types of windows, maybe a small loophole that you can kind of see the target through. And we're also going to go over target identification, so that you can accurately and precisely engage the proper target.
Okay, so let's assume that I've never taken a training course with a rifle before. Is this still a class where I feel like I could get something out of, or is this more for people who've been doing this for forever?
No, this is absolutely a class you can attend. It's not a course where we're going to go really high end into the depths of precision. Mm-hmm. This is a basic precision rifle course. Mm-hmm. So we're going to cover different, platforms as far as, you're building a good base, building a good foundation, mm-hmm. and how to make accurate shots. And we will start, this last class we ran, we mm-hmm. had a gentleman here who didn't really have any kind of background in firearms. Mm-hmm. And by the end of the day 2, he's putting 20 to 30 shots in about the size of, I'd say, a ping pong ball?
Shooting better than me, I can say that pretty confidently. Yeah, so just from my own assessment, we had people at all different levels, and at least from my assessment, I don't want to put words in other people's mouths, but it seemed like everyone was able to take away quite a bit from this class. So if I can say anything about that, don't feel intimidated by the word precision or anything like that. If you've taken rifle classes before, if you haven't taken rifle classes before, you're still going to get something out of this class. Now, how often do you put on classes like this?
This is actually the first class I put on with Josh. I know he does put on quite a bit of American Rifleman classes and precision classes. The problem is with my job, I do travel a lot, so I try to schedule these out, quite a bit in advance so that I'm available. I think we're definitely going to try and schedule about 3 a year, maybe a little bit more than that, but it really just depends on both of our schedules and how they mesh up.
Now, what about the people who are going to say, well, I don't have a precision rifle. I don't have a bolt action rifle that's, a half-minute gun. What kind of equipment does someone need to be able to still get something out of a class like this?
You just need a rifle. Bring what you run, what you constantly, the rifle that you are most familiar with is what you should bring to the course, because what it's going to do is it's going to open your eyes to the capabilities of that firearm. Mm-hmm. We want you to see whether or not, that group, whether your gun holds a 2-minute group or a half-minute group, it doesn't really matter. We want to be able to let you know what the rifle's capable of so that you have a good understanding of what your abilities are.
Sure.
And that being said, I brought my rifle, and everybody got to see what their actual capabilities were with a true, quarter MOA gun.
Right.
And everybody was phenomenal.
Yeah.
So now we can expand on that to, okay, so we know you can shoot a quarter MOA gun and hold a quarter MOA. Your rifle, though, is maybe a half MOA. It's
Right.
not you, it's the rifle.
Sure.
So we can expand on that and kind of give you a baseline for your actual rifle.
Yeah, and the thing that is really cool about using your own rifle in a class like this is you're gonna see where those limitations are. I mean, I can just say for myself, we were doing some really, really fine target identification drills where we'd get a description of a target and then we had to pick it out of a lineup of potential targets. And even 6 times magnification, there were times where I thought, yeah, I could use 1 or 2 extra levels of magnification. So if you do have a red dot with the magnifier, as someone did out here, there's a lot you're going to be able to do with that, but then you might also see those failure points and you can assess, is that the setup you want to go with? Or if it works for you, what is your environment that you want to use it in? I definitely saw failure points in myself, which is the most important thing that you should get from any class, is learn where your limitations are. And then hopefully an instructor that'll help you find those limitations, which I think JR did a good job of, but also not pushing you too hard. He was able, if I may speak on your behalf here, you were good just from a third-party perspective at assessing each student and then pushing each student to right at their failure point. Like, I didn't see you taking the new shooters and pushing them really, really hard, and I didn't see you going really, really soft on the people who were already shooting really well. Like, you seemed to gauge it really well, which is something I appreciate as a student. Is there anything else you want to add about a course like this?
Just be willing to learn, come with an open mind. I mean, no matter how many courses you've taken, I've been doing this, like I said, I've been doing this for 20 years, and I don't know everything. I can humbly say that there are massively more classes that I need to take. There's tons of knowledge out there I need to consume, but just come willing to learn, because what's going to happen is you'll always take something away from a course. And if you don't take anything away from a course, then you either weren't listening or you weren't pushing yourself hard enough to, extend your capabilities.
Awesome. Well, I think that about sums it up, JR. I really appreciate the class.
Pleasure.
And letting me, slow everybody else down. So if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, go ahead and throw those in the comment section down below. If you want to know more about this class and the other classes offered through Spartan Training Concepts, I'll have a link to their website down below. Definitely check that out. I'm telling you guys, your uncle being a cop and teaching you how to shoot is not training. Please get out there and at least take something, get that ball rolling. And once you learn how much you don't know, you're going to catch that training bug and you're going to be out in a class like this. So anyway, thanks very much for watching, and I hope you got something out of this video.
Miss off to the right, re-engage. Impact. Impact. Impact off to the right. Impact. 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 Woo!
Damn.
Rock and roll, brother. Go. You're scanning, looking for those targets. Impact. 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 Move. Stay. Down. All right, off the tripod. Yep. See that hole in the car? See? Move it to the wood. the hole. That's an impact. 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 Good job.